What's up, everybody? Welcome to Married with Media Live, our weekly movie TV roundup.
Hello, Internet.
Hello. If anybody's out there watching, there's already two people in here. Hello, two people. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome. Yeah, on the agenda tonight, we're going to be talking about Spiral.
Yep.
We're going to be talking about Our Friend, the movie, not just a friend that we know in real life.
Right.
We're going to be talking about Seance, a movie that I know you're super excited to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Watched that last night. And then we're going to be talking about some TV, some White Lotus, and American Horror Stories.
Yep.
Yeah, so we got a full lineup. I know we couldn't go live last week because
right, I was going to say that.
You were like, "Are we going to go live this week?" And I was like, "We haven't really watched anything." So
yeah, we hadn't watched a ton the week before, so
yeah, we're kind of doing the standalone reviews of Ted Lasso. So we wanted to try to do that with the White Lotus, but we really haven't had the time to.
Right, we haven't made the time to do that.
So we decided that we'll just talk about the first 4 episodes of that on here, and if we get around to maybe breaking those down individually, the next 3, because I think there's only 3 more episodes, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And then maybe we can do that. But how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. I'm feeling a little tired right now for some reason.
Are you?
I just got out of the shower, so my hair is still wet.
It's too personal. You can't tell the people that.
It's okay.
You got Mr. Nichols in here. What's up, Mr. Nichols? He says, "Hey
Hello."
there."
Hello.
Hey there. Yeah.
But I was thinking it's funny because I'm pretty sure it was on your channel. We did a live stream and it was on our wedding anniversary.
Oh, yes.
And then today we're doing a live stream and it's like our dating anniversary.
Yeah, we've been together 18 years.
18 years.
18 years. 18
Long
years.
time.
I feel like Kanye West right now.
I know, right? Does he say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. All right, did we do a live stream on our actual anniversary?
Yeah, I think so, right?
It was on our actual. Yeah, I think it was too.
Yeah, I think so. And Tiana, she hit us up with that generous
super chat.
Yeah, I know.
Blew my mind, but yeah.
To celebrate our anniversary, I know. But yeah, so happy 18 years, babe.
Happy 18 years.
What better way than to sharing
18 more?
Yeah.
What better way to just go live on the internet and talk
right
aimlessly into the abyss
yeah.
of the social networks.
Is anyone listening, or are they not?
There's a couple people in there. There's a couple people. But let's get to the first topic at hand here. We're going to talk about, well, I guess before we get into it, we can tell everybody to, if you haven't yet, like the video. Always like the video. And if you're out there in the chat watching us, feel free to comment along with us as we go. I left a little pinned comment in there letting everybody know that to feel free to, that don't be a stranger, comment, let us know you're out there. Let us know you're listening. And also, drop a like.
Yep.
Subscribe to our channel. If you for some reason haven't subscribed yet, you're just now discovering us. I know I linked it from my channel, so maybe we'll get some people that had never even heard of us before. Right. Maybe they can hit the subscribe button as well.
That would be awesome. We did hit kind of a little milestone on our channel. We have over 250 subs now.
250 subs. That is that is no small feat. That is no small feat.
Yeah, so that was pretty fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure. So you want to talk about Spiral?
Yeah, hopefully I can remember.
Well, it's been 2 weeks since we've seen it. I think we watched it 2 weeks ago.
We ended up getting it from Redbox.
Yes, because I didn't buy it. Again, I'm not the biggest Saw fan. I say this all the time on my channel, but I'm not the biggest Saw fan, and I hadn't seen the movie, and it was kind of expensive. It was like $27 for a 4K. So I'm not gonna blind buy a franchise I'm not sure about. Plus, it'll probably go down in price, but I actually ended up enjoying this one though.
Yeah. Didn't you say that it might be your favorite?
No, it's not. I think the first one will probably always be my favorite.
Right.
Just with that ending alone, I thought it was a really clever way to end that first film, and it honestly just should have ended there, and it would have been a nice little standalone piece of entertainment. There maybe a couple sequels. It went on too long.
Well, I can think of a lot of movies that do that. That used to like,
and that's
like maybe Halloween or.
You know what? You got me. But Halloween 2 is great though.
Is it? Okay.
The first Halloween.
I wouldn't know.
Not talking about the Rob Zombie one. I actually don't mind that one either. But yeah, you can pretty much say that about any horror franchise.
Yeah.
You're right. You're not wrong. But
okay.
I think that the Saw films, up until maybe 5, they're okay.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like the story that they told in 4. I vaguely remember them. I know that we saw every single one in the theaters.
We used to always go. They usually came out like what, around Halloween or something?
They would always come out in October.
And I remember like always looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I don't know at like what point we quit doing that. But yeah, so but we're not talking about those. We're talking about Spyro. Yeah. I always want to say
I think it's important for the people to know just our background with the franchise, you know.
Background.
Sometimes I have to enunciate when I talk. So I'm sorry.
So yeah,
Pops Movie Dungeons in there. Hello, hope you're both well. Like button hit. Thank you so much, Pops. And Mr. Nichols says he wish his wife would get in front of the camera. You know, it took a couple years of convincing, but I finally got her in front of the camera.
I don't know if you tried to get me in front of the camera for a couple years.
Yeah, because I mean, I only really got in front of the camera like within the last year and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
Almost 2 years. I'm coming up on like my 2-year anniversary, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, whenever he
at
like
least a year.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Whenever you brought it up, you know, about like having me on, I'm always kind of like, you know, that's like your little like personal space.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, it's kind of sweet that like you don't mind to have me be a part of it, you know, because I feel like it's like your own thing, but it's nice that you don't care to let me come into your little,
of course,
your little world.
You're welcome on my channel anytime you want.
I've been on your
anytime
channel
you want to pop into a live stream. You're more than welcome. Yeah, I think we kind of found our thing because I don't really cover like TV and like new movies on my. It's more like physical media based. So
yeah.
With us, you know, we watch a lot of streaming TV movies and stuff like that. So
yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was kind of side thing.
We're all over the place. It's okay. We're live.
It's okay.
You know? Patrick Coran's in here. He says, hello. How's it going today? We're doing great, Patrick. Thank you for joining us.
So like I was going to say earlier, I always want to say Spyro, you know, Spyro the Dragon.
Spyro the Dragon. I would love to see a live action Spyro the Dragon.
Spyro.
Maybe it'd be like Dragon Heart. You ever see Dragon Heart? Sean Connery?
I don't think so.
No, really?
No, I don't think so. I mean, you shouldn't be surprised about that, but so yeah, this, I feel like going into it I feel like probably overall a lot of people were saying that it wasn't that great. Would you agree with that?
It was a mixed bag. Mixed? It was a little bit of both. I feel like
it's always mixed, whatever. But
anyway,
I don't think I was expecting too much. And I will say that like at first, like the character that Chris Rock was playing, like his voice, I don't know, like it was hard for me to get into it at first, but I feel like once it got going, like it was better.
Yeah.
And I mean, I enjoyed it probably more than I thought I was going to.
Yeah, he's like, he doesn't change for this like being a horror movie. Like he's still like
I'm
Rock.
Just like comical,
and he's like
comedy,
cutting jokes. And what was he referencing in the very beginning of the movie? He was like referencing another movie. Was it Pulp Fiction that he was referencing? I forget, but he's like cutting jokes and all this stuff, and it didn't really feel like it fit.
Well, he like his character, you know, just had a lot of like.
If somebody knows out there what movie he was referencing, he referenced something very specific in the very beginning of the movie. I cannot remember.
Yeah, and I remember you making a comment like, "Oh, they just quoted whatever."
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I felt like it had a pretty nice little twist in there.
Yeah, I mean, you could kind of see it coming, but at the same time, it's like. Most of the Saw movies,
I feel like I didn't see the twist coming at first, but then you know slowly saw it coming. But
and I mean the Saw movies are kind of known for those twist endings. I don't think any one of them ever topped the first one. Just the body that was dead in the middle of the room, the whole movie just gets up like that was just I remember
See,
it was just mind blowing.
I don't even remember that.
I was like, the whole movie we were watching Saw, I was like, this is just one of the worst horror movies I've ever seen. I just was not into that torture horror stuff. And then when the ending happened, I was like, oh, that was really clever. I was like, I actually like that. And that drew me into like all the other movies after that. So
yeah, I mean, what would you say about it?
I really enjoyed it. I liked Chris Rock. My one big complaint is I don't think we got enough Samuel L. Jackson. I don't feel like he was in it enough as he should have been.
Yeah.
You really don't see him at all. A little bit in the middle and then at the end.
I feel like he always kind of plays the same kind of character too.
He does, but it's just, you go into a movie like this with Sam Jackson and Chris Rock, and it's like you want to see them interact more, because I don't know of how many movies they've really like been in together.
Right, and in this movie they're playing, a father-son.
Yeah, so I wanted to see more of Samuel Jackson, but as far as like you go into the Saw movie for the kills, the traps, all that stuff, I thought that they were all pretty memorable. And pretty good. There was some good gore in here. The scene with the girls sorry, we're going to spoil things a little bit, but getting all the tar or whatever the heck it was, wax dumped on her head. Like, that was a really effective sequence. The guy with his, getting his fingers like peeled off.
I don't know. I know you said that, like,
the guy hanging by his tongue. Like, I thought there were some really good like traps and death scenes in this one.
Yeah, but I feel like compared to the others, I feel like they didn't spend a ton of time on each trap. I felt like it was a lot quicker than normal. Would you say that? I don't know. I just remember, like, in the past, like, the scenes just being so much,
and then
like,
the end, the guy
longer
with the glass. I thought that was a good one too. I just thought there was, I liked them all. Yeah, I feel like there might have been more in some of the other Saw movies.
I just felt like it was like quicker. I don't know. It just seemed like it drug on longer back in the day. But yeah, so anyway.
They all have like the same editing style. It's all like shaky camera work and like quick cuts and stuff like that. It's all like they use that similar style. The other complaint I have is, like, this was supposed to be like reinvigorating the franchise and like doing something new with it. I don't really feel like they did that. It just felt like the same style of Saw that we've been accustomed to seeing for the past 17 years.
Yeah, it's like, so you like brought it back or revamped it for what? Like,
yeah. So it's like where I didn't think it was a bad movie or anything.
Right.
It really didn't do anything new.
It didn't like get you excited for them like making more or something.
Yeah. I did like, I'm not going to spoil this because it's a big spoiler, but there's a death at the end that I really didn't see coming. I didn't think that they would go there, and they did. So I like that they did that. And I think that this one did leave off on a good enough cliffhanger that if a Spiral 2 comes out, I will watch it. I'll be interested in seeing it.
Gotcha.
Don't know if I'll be there like day one in the theater or anything, but
no, probably not.
Day one at the Red Box for sure. Day one at the Red Box. All right, well, let's get we got some chats in here. We got Patrick Curran says, what is the worst movie you've seen so far this year?
Kim makes me watch a lot of those.
That's a good question though.
I'm gonna say
there's a lot of mediocre ones I've seen this year.
Yeah,
there's one off the top of my head I could say, but it'll get me in trouble, so I'm not even gonna bother. And it's not that I think it's that bad of a movie, but
what?
Like, it just really disappointed me. It was Promising Young Woman. Just with all the hype around it.
You meant like In Trouble with People, not me though.
Yeah. Everybody loves that movie. It's a very popular movie. So
we watched that this year?
I would consider, I don't know, it's in that weird area of like 2020, 2021.
Yeah, but did we watch it this year?
Yeah, we watched it this year. It was like back in January. I paid like $20 to rent that on VOD. Yeah,
see, I mean, if I'm being honest, I can't even remember all the stuff that we've watched. But I mean, just offhand, you know, that, what was it called? Shiva Baby?
Shiva Baby, yeah.
That movie was... the one we watched last night was
so one we're going to talk about later.
And I'm sure there's been so many more. It's just so hard to like.
Yeah, it's tough to
like when you watch.
Even the ones that everybody trashed on, like Space Jam, A New Legacy. Like
we didn't hate. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't think of anything. What's been like critically panned this year? What's the one that everybody?
Doing that.
talks
People
about.
can probably hear it.
Can you guys hear this?
That's annoying.
You guys hear this? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like there's like one thing that's just been like a crap storm. It was a crap sandwich, and we watched it, and it was really bad, and I cannot remember what the hell it was.
Yeah, that's annoying. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I'm sure there's been some
maybe
bad
if you
ones.
go back and look at your letterbox or
yeah, I could figure it out if I went with my letterbox.
Yeah.
Let's see. Pop says at one point he referenced New Jack City, which he was in. Okay, it wasn't New Jack City because I have not seen New Jack City, so I wouldn't have known that. Bifford the Hobbits in here says, Ken, what's up, Bifford? How you doing tonight?
The girl has her head in a crocodile, an alligator.
There you go. Hopefully that turned out well. But yeah, what would you give Spiral overall? I know you love being put on the spot.
I hate ranking stuff. It's not my jam. I either like it or I don't.
Well, I'm not asking you to rank it. Just
I know. Rate it.
I'm gonna look at my letterbox real quick.
Okay, I'm gonna. I don't know. I'd say probably like a 7, maybe a 7.5.
You going out of 10 or out of 5?
Out of 10.
We usually go out of 5.
Well, I'm not consistent.
We have to be consistent with
okay, I'm gonna say a 3.
3?
A 3 out of 5.
I will also give it a 3.
Okay.
I'll also give it a 3.
Here.
So there you go, a 3. You know what? I'll give it a 3.25. Can I do that?
Sure.
I think it's a little bit better than 3.
Okay.
I think it's a little bit better than 3.
All right.
I went to Walmart yesterday to see if they had any of the new titles, but they didn't. So I got some movies from the $5 bargain bin. You know that bargain bin at Walmart? There's some bangers in there.
Well, I know the last time that we went together, I'm like, do you ever like get stressed out thinking about like all the gold that's probably buried in there that you just can't get to?
Oh, I know.
Because it's like they fill it so deep that like I'm sure there's some good stuff in there, but unless you like literally like move, like just like take it out and stack it on the floor or something.
And like yesterday when I was in there, like they had it stacked up so freaking high that it's like you literally can't put your hands in there or it's all going to fall everywhere, and then you're going to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
And you're going to start sweating and everybody's going to start staring at you. And
I'm surprised you even care anymore. But
my letterbox won't even come up.
Okay.
It's like no.
Thank you. Shitty internet.
No service down here.
Our kids are upstairs playing games, and then.
But I promise I'm gonna think of something before the stream ends.
Okay.
And, I'm sure it was like a Netflix film. I know. What was the one movie with Rosamund Pike on Netflix? See, I didn't like hate that one either. I
don't even know who that is.
I Care a Lot. I didn't like I Care a Lot.
Oh God, that movie pissed me off so bad.
Yeah, I did not like that movie. It's not that I don't think it's like
her character was just awful.
The thing about this is, the worst movie of the year, that has to be like a real just shitty movie. I didn't think it was a shitty movie. It just wasn't good. I don't know.
Yeah.
I got Mandy and Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I need to check that out. Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sounds pretty cool. Sounds pretty cool. All right, so let's get into a more emotional movie. One that we watched was
Waterworks.
Our Friends, starring Casey Affleck.
Yeah, Dakota Johnson,
the king of Mopey.
Jason Segel.
Yeah, Dakota Johnson, Jason Segel.
I just said that.
Great cast. Great cast.
Yeah, it was. This one had been on my radar for a while. I had been wanting to see it for a while, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about watching this one since the beginning of the year.
Yeah, so
at the beginning of the year, I had all of those like movie theater gift cards. I had like $150 that I couldn't use, so then we were just buying movies like crazy.
Like worthy for him.
Yeah, so we spent it on like Promising Young Woman and Freaky, and I was running out of money. I couldn't get Our Friend.
I wonder why. Probably has nothing to do with your Blu-ray hunts, though.
I was running out of money on the cards, is what I meant, not in my actual account.
So yeah, I had been wanting to see this one for a while, and then we saw that it was on Amazon Prime, right?
Yeah,
Amazon Prime. And so we watched it. It is a little bit of a longer movie. But yeah, this movie, it was pretty sad. Like it was sad. It was emotional. It wasn't like as sad as I thought it was going to be. Like I was expecting to just like be in tears. 'Cause like, I feel like I easily cry with movies and stuff. especially like a topic like it was about, you know, a young mom gets cancer and, you know, she has 2 children and a husband. And so it's just really emotional to think about being in that position. But this movie just kind of takes you on this little like these like time jumps. It kind of goes back and forth.
Yeah, it's if you've seen the movie Little Women, they do a lot of time jumps in that. This one does similar things, but
it'll do like a year before diagnosis, 2 years after diagnosis, 13 years before diagnosis.
Yeah, well, that's what I like because, like in Little Women, it wasn't clear like what time period they're in. You're just supposed to know like based on their hairstyles or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
But in this one, like it would actually tell you 2012 or 2 years before that. Like it would give you time points.
Yeah. So
like, okay, we're here now.
Right. You just get the kind of unfolding of, you know, how, like when they met, their relationship. You get to see, so like Casey Affleck and Dakota Johnson are the couple. They're married.
Yeah.
And then Jason Segel is our friend. And you kind of see like how he came into play with the relationship. And because like Dakota Johnson was the one that was friends with Jason first. And then because of her, Casey Affleck and Jason ended up becoming like best friends too. So they were all best friends. It was just really, I don't know the word I'm looking for. Like you get to see Jason Segel like be that friend that I think everybody would love to have. Like he's there for them. He helps with their kids, you know, as they're dealing with all of this crap that life has handed them. And, you know, there's some other things that go on.
Well, one thing you said is that you read somewhere that the movie was really about Jason Segel's character.
Yeah.
Like that he was coming into the situation with this couple and dealing with their troubles and stuff. And
like
he was taking that on for them.
Yeah. Well, I had read that. So this was like based on a true story or whatever. Like apparently.
Based on like a newspaper article.
Which
that's Casey Affleck's character. He writes for like the newspaper.
Yes. Like Casey Affleck is playing the real life person.
Yeah.
Per se. But anyway, so there was a newspaper article that was wrote and he basically just talks about, which I think in real life, the article was called The Friend. And they decided to call the movie Our Friend. I don't really know why they decided.
They do that stuff all the time
just
when they're adapting from books to shows or whatever.
But I had just read though that the husband, the grieving husband, like after it's all said and done and she has passed away because her cancer was terminal. Spoiler alert. I mean, you could find that in the synopsis probably.
Yeah. I mean, it's a real life story. So
yeah. But he was a writer or whatever, and he starts writing about this whole experience. And then when he's done, he realizes that he hasn't really wrote about his wife. He's ended up writing about their friend. And we get a scene in the movie about that.
Yeah.
Where he hands Jason Segel the article that he wrote, and Jason Segel's like, I thought that you were writing about, I forget what Dakota's name is in the movie, but, and he's like,
me to remember.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I thought I was too, but it ended up being you because, you know, he just helped pull them through everything, even though he was going through his own shit. So,
yeah.
So yeah, it was very emotional. I feel like I have the most to say about it, but
no, I thought it was a really good movie. I mean, I love Jason Segel and like everything he's in. I mean, I love Forgetting Sarah Marshall, How I Met Your Mother.
And I know we talked about this too with Casey Affleck or whatever, like how he's mopey or whatever.
Yeah, he mopes really well.
Yeah, he tends to play. I mean, he does a lot of like really emotional, deep stuff. Like he plays some really like dark, sad characters or whatever, like Ghost Story and what's it called? Manhattan by the Sea?
Manchester by the Sea.
Manchester by the Sea.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a lot of dark shit. And even though he's mopey, like I think he's great. Everybody
in this movie is really good.
Like he's just really good at feeling like a real person, you know? And like you just believe him, you know, that he's like going through it. And so anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Dakota Johnson was also really good in this movie.
Yeah.
She's kind of turned into a really good actress. You know, if you can get past the 50 Shades stuff that she did.
Which, let's be
it's
fair,
always going to be a stigma with her. But
I think I've literally only seen the first 50 Shades of Grey. I've always wanted to
I
go
haven't
watch.
seen any of them.
Right. So how can you even talk shit about
I know her from Peanut Butter Falcon, which I thought she was great in.
Oh, yeah, that was a great
Bad
movie.
Times at El Royale.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Suspiria remake,
that's
which
right.
you haven't got to see
I
yet.
still need to watch that, yeah.
She's actually been in a lot of stuff that I like a lot.
Right.
I don't really see this movie getting any kind of like awards recognition or anything, which you know, I think that it could. If anybody was going to get it, I think that Dakota Johnson maybe should get some honors here. But
you think? Because I feel like yeah, like she's in it a lot and it concentrates on her a lot. But like I think they do a good job. Like I think we talked about this too before. They do a good job at like showing them all three equally. Like even though she's the one with the cancer. Like they do a really nice job at seeing like.
It just feels like that smaller, like quieter little indie film that nobody's going to really pay attention to or watch.
Yeah.
Or even like remember by the time we get to next year. But
right.
I mean, yeah, there's some really great performances. And I thought they did a really good job at just taking you through the whole process.
Right.
I didn't feel like it was too over the top as far as like we're gonna make you cry every 5 minutes.
Right.
I thought they did a good job of balancing like some humor in there with like depressing stuff too.
Yeah.
So I mean, I thought that they weren't like constantly beating you over the head with she's got cancer and she's dying. Like
right. Yeah.
But there were also some, you know, some very sad and effective scenes as well.
Yeah.
You know, I liked all the stuff when she actually found out she was gonna die and there was no way out.
Yeah.
And she was writing the letters for her kids and, you know, getting to do everything. So there's some good lighthearted moments in there underneath all the death and destruction as well.
Yeah, those letters were sad.
Yeah, look, you're getting ready to cry right now. Well, let's get on to nobody has anything to say about our friend. I don't think anybody's seen it.
You have to rate it.
I'll rate it. I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a 4 out of a 5.
A 4?
Yeah, I was going to go 3.5. No, I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a 4.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 4 too. I was going to say 3.75, but I think it's a 4. It was good.
Yeah, it was good. It's not like mind-blowing or anything, but it's a good movie.
And I wasn't like when I finished it, I wasn't like I just couldn't go on anymore, you know? Like it wasn't like
I would say like they balanced it pretty well.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not like Manchester by the Sea where you just want to commit suicide when you're done watching it.
Yeah, like I feel like I like carry things with me. So but yeah. So I'm gonna say a 4.
Yeah, well there you go. 4 and a 4. We are 2 for 2 on our scores so far. We're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. We do have 8 people in here, so if you're in here and you haven't hit the like button yet.
I mean, if you want to hear us continue to talk about cancer and sad shit.
Well, we've got some like, you know,
we're here for you.
S&M stuff coming here right now.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Murder and leather and all that stuff.
Freaky.
American Horror Stories, episode 1 through 2.
Yeah, not to be confused with American Horror Story.
Yeah, even though the premise was a little misleading. I mean, I get what they were trying to do, but the first 2 episodes, like this is supposed to be an anthology series that every single episode it's something different.
Right,
like,
and right off the bat, the first 2 are connected.
The first
part
2
one,
are
part 2.
The same story.
Yeah.
And my biggest problem with that was I didn't mind the first episode. I thought it was fine.
But it was enough.
It was enough.
Yes.
You could have ended it there. You didn't need to continue it on.
Right.
Because I thought that the second half just drug down the first half like even more for me. To where like I don't even think that that's that good now because of what we got in the second episode.
Well, at least it's over now.
But it's over now, and I think we're on episode 4, right? I think episode 5 actually comes out this week, so we're way behind on this. But we'll try to catch up.
We watched 3.
We didn't watch 3.
No,
we just watched the first 2, and they were both connected, so we didn't even get that.
The third one I think is called Drive-In, so it's like about a drive-in movie theater, I think.
Sounds interesting, but yeah, I mean the third one came out, and then the fourth one, because the first 2 came out together, they released them both at the same time.
See, I didn't know they were doing it week by week.
They're doing it week by week.
Okay.
It's on FX. It's on Hulu. I feel like we should be noting that, but
yeah.
But it's on FX and Hulu.
We're using Hulu to watch it.
If you have a Hulu subscription, you can watch the show. Them and FX have like a deal or partnership or something. Or you don't have to pay any extra,
right?
Like you do with like Showtime
Thank
or some
goodness.
of the other ones.
So yeah, if you've watched American Horror Story, these first 2 episodes on American Horror, on American Horror Stories, is like very, like I didn't know what kind of route they were going to go. I don't know if I can say this, if this is like a spoiler or not. I mean, I guess it kind of is, but I didn't know that they were going to use the house again.
Yes, I think, that's important to note. This takes place, and if anybody's familiar with American Horror Story, the first season was set in a place called the Murder House in Los Angeles. And this one takes you back to that house. Right.
Like it starts off with a gay
which is the best season of the show. To me, it's never got better than that season.
Yeah, this season was great. But yeah, this episode, so episode 1 and 2, I guess, it's a gay couple. They have a daughter together, and you see them, they're moving. I think they're making a big move, maybe.
Well, they're aren't they like fixer-uppers? They're trying to like renovate.
Well, they're moving. Yes, they're moving, and the reason why is because we don't know right away, but once they pull up to their destination, they get out of the car, and I told you before they even showed us, I'm like, it's going to be that damn house. And sure enough, they pan out, and there's the house from the, American Horror Story. So, but yeah, their whole thing is they don't believe in ghosts. And like in this world that they live in, it's been known that people have died in this house. People know about what has happened in this house. But anyway, they think it's all a bunch of bullshit. And they're just like, we're going to fix this place up, and we're going to try to make money. They're going to try to do like ghost tours and like have people be able to stay the night in the, famous murder house and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we want to like do a whole play by play. It's like, well, I mean, they were like almost an hour episode, weren't they?
I mean, together it was, I think they were both like 50 minutes or something.
Yeah.
So it's like, it was like a full movie, like between the two of those.
Right.
Like the second episode, it's not just like connected to the first one. Like it's right after. It's like a part 2.
Right. Yep. So, yeah, I don't know. I
don't know what it is with this show. Like but every season, the premises always sound really good.
Yeah.
I get into it. I watched 2 or 3 episodes, and I'm like, I'm good. I don't need to see anymore. I'm done.
They definitely have a style.
It's like a style of horror. I don't know what it is, and I can't put my finger on it. Like why I don't like it that much.
So
it's like very clean. I guess it's like it just feels like very clean horror. Everything looks like real pristine.
But it's not clean.
It's not clean. Like there's tons of gore.
This show is like gory and sexual.
The characters are always like super just unbearable and annoying. Like there's just always a couple that are just you just can't stand. And
they do tend to have really obnoxious characters, and I'm guessing it's intentional. I don't know.
It also feels like every episode or every season's like pushing some kind of political agenda.
Oh yeah, always has a political agenda. So that's kind of hard.
Except for the first season. The first season felt
everybody
it didn't feel like even it had like the school shooting stuff. And it's I guess like maybe a little bit there, but
everybody like wasn't so woke back then.
The cult one, like that was awful. Like that was all and Hotel I thought was pretty good. With Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
I actually thought that one was pretty good.
That one was super violent.
But yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, they're definitely all about the like I feel like they're about the gore and like which
very gory.
All horror is about the gore and the sex, right? That's pretty much the perfect equation for horror stuff. But yeah, I don't know.
Just on paper, it's like it feels like every single one of these I should love and be on board with.
Right.
And I don't know if it's just maybe too drawn out, 13 episodes too much.
I think it's definitely the style. It's almost like borderline corny.
Yeah.
It's just barely hinging.
I don't think the writing's always that good.
Yeah, it's just barely hinging on like corny.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I mean, it's Ryan Murphy, and he does have a very specific style, and that's the same guy that did the show Nip Tuck, which we used to watch back in the day.
Yeah, we used to love Nip Tuck, and it was very
it was very hypersexualized, had some gore in it as well. There was some. It wasn't like straight up horror, but it was like thriller, had some violence in it.
Like there's always like threesomes and
orgies,
and
he has a style.
Yeah. So anyway,
but yeah, it's like I always want to love him, and I came into this one, I was like, okay, this is good because it's a different premise every single episode, and that's my problem with American Horror Story.
We love Black Mirror.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I like the premises, but I get like 3 episodes in and I get tired of it. So I was like, okay, 1 episode, each premise, I can handle that.
Right.
And then they hit us out of the gate with this 2 episodes with one thing. I was like, oh God, I'm already done with the show and you just started.
Yeah. But you are kind of like nodding off, I think for sure in episode 2. But anyway, I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. Like, I want to continue to watch it. I'm going to finish it because hopefully no other ones are like 2-parters or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what would you give the first 2 episodes?
I've already going out of 5, probably. I mean, I think they're well made. They cater to a certain fan base. I'll give it like a 2.5 out of a 5.
Gotcha.
It's like, I didn't like personally vibe with it. But I did like the first one. I thought if they would have ended it there, I liked how it ended.
Right.
Like I really liked that ending.
Yeah.
I wanted them to cut it right there. Don't give me any more.
Yeah.
And then that second episode just kind of ruined it a little bit. So if it wasn't for that one, I would have gave that first episode probably like a 3.5. But the second one brought it down to a 2.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like the 2 of them together. I'll say a 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we're gonna keep watching it. So sorry.
I mean, as long as it's a new story, as long as it stays with the different story every episode,
yeah, we can do it.
I'll be okay. But let's move on to the next one. I know you really liked this one. I'm probably going to be reviewing this one on my channel, like a little mini review, because it was the Blu-ray I bought yesterday.
Yeah, so that's the movie he decided to waste his money on. I was like, why did you decide to get that?
Well, this is a Shudder original. So it was on Shudder, and now it's distributed by RLJE, which is a Blu-ray production company. And I bought it yesterday, and I said, you want to watch this? I've actually heard good things. I think it was in theaters, too.
Really? I just cannot see that.
I think it was because when we went to the theater to see, it was either A Quiet Place or what was the last time we saw Zola? I remember seeing the poster when we were walking in of this movie.
Or it could have been Nobody.
And also, you were right because I didn't see that on the cover, but it was.
Spit it out.
Sometimes I stumble. But written and directed by Simon Barrett.
Yes.
Who wrote You're Next? Who wrote The Guest? Who wrote the Blair Witch remake? All of Adam Wingard movies, and I love all the stuff that they do. So I was assuming that I would really like this one.
Yeah, but you didn't even know that when you got
it. Well, yeah, that's
though literally on the cover it says it.
Yeah, well, I missed that. So
yeah,
but there was a reason why I was being hyped up, and I think that was the reason why.
Well,
I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was bad.
It was slow, and
I liked it better than I liked the first 2 episodes of American Horror Stories.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really? Wow. Just stop. How?
I don't know. I like what I like.
I guess so. I just don't see it. I thought it was boring. Like maybe the end made up for it, or like whenever they started killing people.
Bedford de Hobbit says, "Can Suicide Squad going more or less than 70 million at the U.S. box office? They're weak." I don't know. We're going to be talking about Suicide Squad this weekend, maybe. Maybe we can do a reaction video for it when we watch it on HBO Max.
Like a review kind of thing.
Maybe we can do like just on the couch. I hold my phone up and we're like, "Hey, we thought Suicide Squad was pretty good," and then we'll post that on YouTube. It's good content, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do it. I don't know. 70 million seems pretty steep for a DC movie. I would put that movie.
I'm not seeing it.
I mean, the first Suicide Squad made 120, but they're not promoting the Joker in this one. That's the thing. They're not promoting the Joker. That promoted the Joker very heavily, even though he was only in like 10 minutes of the movie.
I'd be really surprised if it made that much.
I don't know. I'd put it at like 40. I'd put it at like 40 probably, to be honest. But yeah, Seance. It was pretty good, right?
Well, I just told you that I thought it was slow.
It was very slow. You're right.
It was boring in the beginning, and like it was like kind of. I thought it seemed very like a TV show kind of quality.
Yeah, like a Pretty Little Liars or something.
I don't even know. I don't know. It just had a weird. I don't know. Like that woman that like ran the school.
Yeah.
Like it was just so.
You don't watch a lot of low budget horror stuff, like I do, so I kind of used to that style.
Well.
But I mean it was a bunch of girls set in like a boarding school of some kind, and one of their friends commits suicide, they think, and then they think there's like supernatural stuff involved. And you think that there's supernatural stuff involved, and there maybe kind of is, but then it goes in some other directions. I don't know. I liked some of the twists and turns that it took, even though I didn't think that the reasoning for it was all that solid.
Really? It wasn't even close to solid. I was like, that is the dumbest ass reason that I've ever heard, but But
yeah, I mean, not trying to like spoil it if anybody's interested in Seance. What would you give Seance? I don't even want to talk about it anymore with you.
I know. Clearly I'm disgusted.
I'll talk about it on my channel. Look for my full review and breakdown of Seance sometime this weekend.
I would give it, I don't know, probably a 2.5.
Really?
Yes. It was it was garbage.
I would have thought you would want like 1.5 or something.
Really?
With the way you were talking about it. Yeah, I would give it a 3. I give it a 3. I didn't think it was terrible.
Okay.
It wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible either.
All right.
I'll watch it again tonight.
No. What?
I'm just joking. All right, so let's get into the main event of the show. The White Lotus. The White Lotus, episodes 1 through 4.
Yeah, I didn't know that we were going to do that.
I mean, we can just talk about it in a general sense. Or we can not talk about it at all.
I thought that we were going to do like a full review of that series as well.
But we still can't. But we can talk about our thoughts on the first 4 episodes.
Yeah. I mean...
If you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to talk about it. We can just hold off and do it later. I mean, it is on the thumbnail.
Yeah, I know. I just feel like a lot of people probably haven't seen the show. But
well, I mean, they might not have seen anything else we've talked about tonight, but still talking about it.
They're a little more.
This is 3 weeks in. This is like a hot ticket for HBO right now.
Yeah. But yeah, we can do just because I don't know if I'm going to remember like episode by episode. I just kind of know what's happened. I don't remember.
Think I am?
But yeah, so The White Lotus.
Tell them about The White Lotus.
On HBO Max, like we said. Who's all in it? You're better with all those names.
So you got Steve Zahn, who was in a lot of comedies in like the 2000s era. He was in Saving Silverman and a bunch of other ones I can't remember. But he was also in Joyride with Paul Walker. He was always like a more comedic actor back in the day, so it's kind of funny to see him in this.
And you got Jennifer Coolidge, is that right?
Jennifer Coolidge. You got Stifler's mom in this, the MILF, the original MILF herself.
Yep.
You got the woman that was in Friday Night Lights, the first season of American Horror Story, Connie Britton.
Yep.
And you've also got,
I don't know her name,
Alexandra Daddario.
Okay.
Alexander Daddario. So,
which she has another movie out, right?
She does. She's kind of slid into the more, I guess, straight to video titles.
Yeah.
You'll see her more pop up in like the straight to VOD, Blu-ray.
I don't particularly like her, but
yeah, I mean, she's been in some
she
Netflix
was in Baywatch,
movies.
I remember.
She was in Baywatch. She almost popped there for a little bit and got kind of famous and big.
Really?
And then she just slid back down into the... I'm not really sure what happened there. I guess because she's not really the strongest actress.
She's not great, no.
But I don't know. It's not really fair to say. Maybe she'll have her moments.
I mean, I feel like she's more known for just like her looks or whatever.
Yeah. She does have a history with HBO. She was in the first season of True Detective with Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson.
Okay.
So she was really good in that show too.
So yeah, I'm trying to think. So basically the premise, if you don't know, is I feel like they're all like pretty wealthy, right?
They're all pretty wealthy.
You kind of have to be if you're going to go on this trip.
No, I'll read the premise right here. Set in a tropical resort, it follows the exploits of various guests and employees over the span of a week.
Yeah. So
you have yeah, go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I was going to say you have three groups of people that we're following here. I guess like three main groups. You have the Stifler's mom, Jennifer Coolidge. She's kind of like standalone, her own thing.
She's solo.
And then you have the couple, the newlywed couple, which is Alexander Daddario and
another guy
Jake Lacey. That's his name.
Which his character is kind of an asshole, but he's like also pretty funny.
He's really good at playing that character, that asshole character.
Like this last episode, the ending was just like so fantastic.
I'm trying to see what other stuff he's been in.
He's been in some stuff, I feel like.
Like I'm seeing Rampage on his front, and I know I've seen that, but I don't remember like him in it.
And then we have a family, which is Connie. Is it Britton or
Connie Britton is the mother? Steve Zahn's the father.
Yeah, they have a son, a daughter, and then the daughter brought a friend with her. So
daughter brought a friend with her, and then you have the people that work at the hotel.
Yeah. So basically, they've gone to this like nice resort. Did we decide if it's in Hawaii?
I don't know. It just says tropical in the premise.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I feel like it's in Hawaii. I feel like that's where it's at.
Yeah, so they go to this they're there for a vacation, and basically in the first episode, something's going to go down because there's a coffin getting on a plane. It basically starts it starts at the end. Yeah. And then that there's a coffin and you don't know who's in it. And so we're kind of watching the unraveling.
And then we go all the way back to the beginning. And so it's kind of like a murder mystery before the murder. And you're trying to piece together like, okay, like how is all this going to come together? How are all these people going to connect? Because they're starting to connect a little bit more in the past couple episodes.
Right. Like, these people are kind of passing by one another during like breakfast or dinner because they kind of have like scheduled because like whenever they like paid to go, like it's like an all-inclusive kind of thing where you get like breakfast for free. And so it's like scheduled. So everybody's eating breakfast at the same time. Everybody's eating lunch at the same time, basically, kind of thing.
Yeah.
They see each other at the pool. They've just kind of like started to.
And it's all these like really awkward kind of exchanges because you have Connie Britton and Alexander Daddario. They get together, I think like episode 2. And they're like getting along. And then basically Connie Britton finds out that she wrote like an article on her because she's a writer that Connie Britton didn't like. And she basically told her it was a hit piece or a hack job or whatever. And that she was a shitty writer.
Right.
And so now they don't like each other.
But somebody else to know is the manager. I really like him too.
Yeah, I think manager, he's really Armand, good. I think is his name.
And when I looked him up, him and Connie have actually worked together before.
Yeah,
he apparently was on some episodes of Nashville.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen him in anything. So it looks like he's primarily a TV actor. He's been in a lot of
but I think
TV
he's great.
shows. Yeah, he's really good.
But it's
especially in that last scene of the episode 4. I don't know if that's suitable for YouTube to talk about.
What?
Tossing
The salad?
The salad toss that we witnessed.
If you know what I'm talking about.
If you know, you know, right? Is that the saying?
If you know, you know.
What the kids say?
Yeah. But anyway, I feel like we kind of rambled there. But I think it's a great show. I'm loving it. It's like funny, like it's got funny parts. Like I wouldn't say it's a comedy by any means. I don't want you to think it's some kind of like sitcom type of show.
Yeah.
It's like serious. I don't know if you'd say drama or not, but then it has a lot of comedic parts. I don't know.
It's a drama comedy. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to end up being.
Right.
Because they set you up to think it's like going to be a murder mystery type show.
Yeah.
But there are comedic elements in there.
Yeah.
Lighthearted moments, stuff like that. We start the show with the dad thinking he has cancer, so there's a lot of comedy that comes for that because his balls are like swollen.
Yeah, he thinks he has like testicular cancer, and basically he was waiting for a phone call from the doctor, like when they get to Hawaii or wherever it is.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I don't know. There's just the daughter and her friend. Well, not so much the friend. I mean, she's okay, but the daughter, she's pretty like the character.
She has a very like dry delivery with everything she says.
Her like voice and like, I don't know.
She's just the classic like teenage girl.
Yeah.
You know, come on, Mom. We all love Hillary Clinton.
Well, she's like, Mom, chill. Don't be triggered.
Yeah.
We all love Hillary Clinton. Like they're all, like very woke.
Yeah. And her mom's kind of like old school. She's a businesswoman. She's made it in the world of business. And like, that's why the family's rich. It's all her. It's not the dad at all.
Right.
He's kind of like the house husband.
Yeah.
And so she's the businesswoman.
Yeah. So we've just kind of slowly been watching things kind of fall apart, right? It's starting to like really fall apart.
Yeah. Some things are unraveling, and the son's mom just showed up, which played by Molly Shannon.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Molly Shannon, so I'll watch her in anything.
Yeah.
But she's added some good comedic qualities to the show.
Yeah, I mean, definitely for sure.
But one thing to note is this show was it's written and directed by Mike White, and Mike White's, I'll show him the picture, but he also directed Brad Status, the movie with Ben Stiller, and then he was in School of Rock. He used to be an actor. He wrote Orange County. He might have directed that one too.
Really?
No, he wrote Orange County. So he's a writer, but I think the first movie he directed was Brad Status. And he's also been in School of Rock. We liked that one, right? Yeah, I really liked it. But it's this guy, if you recognize him.
Yeah.
He's been in like some comedies and stuff in the early 2000s. Yeah, I can. I could pull it up on here.
Yeah, I've seen him.
But yeah, He's been in some comedy stuff. I remember him in like Orange County.
So what is he doing with the show?
He wrote and directed it all by himself. Like
wow.
Actually, no. Yeah, it looks like he's the sole creator of the show, and he's also the director of the show. So he did it all himself. And another thing that we need to talk about is the score and soundtrack to this is very different.
It is, but it's so fitting.
It's very like jungle, tropical.
I love it though.
It is very unique and good. I feel like that should if that doesn't like win some kind of Emmy or Golden Globe, like I don't know if there's a category for like score or something. It should definitely be nominated because it's very unique and very different. It really adds a lot to like the tone and the pacing of the show. Like it really like elevates it a little bit in my opinion.
Yeah, like for sure. If you take away anything from tonight, if you have HBO Max, I highly, highly, highly recommend watching this show.
Yeah.
The more I'm talking about it, like I just really like it. And like this last episode,
HBO hits. Like they're the top dog for a reason. They're always coming out with the hit shows, Mayor of Easttown, and now this one. So
it's
and I like the idea of like these limited series, 7 episodes, and we're done.
Yeah,
we're done. We don't have to worry about a season 2 or whatever.
You can tell a great story, and
I mean, you can tell a great story in a 2-hour movie,
right?
So why not?
So
a little bit longer format, but not enough to be drug out and become old and tired.
So yeah, definitely check out the White Lotus, guys.
Yeah, great cast.
I don't think you will regret it. It's fantastic. It's just good.
it's just good.
It's
you heard it
good.
here. Well, we don't have to give like a rating to it because, like you said,
the more I'm talking about it, I really want to do like our own video dedicated to it.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do a video on this.
I think it's worthy of that.
I guess 2 or 3 weeks is when we'll get it, because I think that's when the 7th episode will be, probably in 3 weeks from now.
Yep.
So yeah, there you go. We're done.
Okay.
Married Media Live movie TV roundup. I hope everybody had fun here tonight. We got 6 people still in the chat watching us ramble and just talk about random TV and movies.
Listening to us talk, yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody being here. But if you're watching the replay, please like, comment, subscribe.
Let us know if you've watched any of the stuff we've talked about, and what your thoughts are on it. Yeah,
be sure to leave us a comment down below. That kind of stuff just helps the algorithm and helps promote our channel and help us continue to grow and continue to bring you all some, kind of thoughtful and insightful reviews, right? We do all right.
And you'll have to let us know, what else you'd like to see from us.
Yeah, let us know that as well. We're going to be probably putting out our weekly preview, weekly rollout, as you call it.
Is that what we decided? I forget.
Yeah, that's what I called it last week.
Weekend rollout, right?
Weekend rollout.
Yeah. So that's where we let you know everything that's coming out to theaters and streaming.
Yeah.
That way you know, because it can be hard to keep up with all the crap coming out,
Yeah, we want to make it easy. It's
not like mainstream and in your face, like Suicide Squad or.
Yeah, that's the big one coming out this week. So.
Right.
But yeah, we'll have that coming out tomorrow, and then probably another episode 3 review of Ted Lasso, and then we'll probably have a physical review coming for the whole series because that's ending this weekend.
Yep, that show's about to finish up.
And maybe a Suicide Squad reaction. Yeah. Maybe we get a Suicide Squad reaction in.
We'll
talk about it more in depth, on next week's live stream, because I figure we'll probably do another one next week with Suicide Squad coming out. Actual big movie to talk about. And then we're going to be getting back into the theater soon because we'll have time on Wednesdays when the kids go back to school.
Yeah, we're going to have some time to go to the theater without having to worry about a babysitter because both of our kids are going to be in school. So, and we're going to both be off on Wednesdays. That'll
be a real game changer for the channel right there to actually get to go see movies in theaters because it feels like movies are starting to go more and more back to the theaters, which is a good thing overall. But I miss the days of everything just coming right to my couch.
Yeah, I mean, it can be, when you got kids, it can be a little tricky, getting to the theater all the time. So anyway, it'll be nice to be able to do that. So.
Yeah, but that's it, guys. That does it. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, comment down below, all that good stuff, and we'll see you guys later.
Bye, guys.